Define those travels as you can. For those about to play Expeditions Rome, we salute you. What's going on, everyone? Welcome, Goglings, Gogorifics, Gog peoples of the world. Welcome, a little bit late, sorry, to episode 491 of Pen and Pixels. I am your host, Arvin Elleron. This is the show that we do here every Tuesday, focusing on story and narrative in games, and this is, I think, the conclusion of Expeditions Rome. It will either be the conclusion or next week will be. I'm definitely now got it narrowed down that within either today or today and next week is going to be the end of Expeditions Rome. So I am excited for that. I have loved this game, but I am looking forward to finishing it up, coming to the conclusion, and then seeing what we get in terms of what happens next. I have an idea for what's going to go on for the next session or two. And then we'll see what happens. Listen, Darth Sisu, all right? You take it easy over there. But it's a great pleasure to be with all of you. And I am excited for today. Before we go any further, just a couple of reminders about ways to support us here on GOG. If you have not done so already, please follow us here on GOG.com's Twitch channel. Please consider, if you have not done so already, subscribing to us here on GOG.com's Twitch channel. And please consider clicking through and checking out our own channels, because we have our own Patreons and subsystems and stuff like that, which we could use your support as well. I will be with you tonight until a little bit after 7 p.m. Eastern, after which I will give way for the amazing Kilgore Trout, who's going to be continuing to seek out the origins of Dragon Age with Dragon Age Origins later that evening. And then I'll be back on my own channel on Thursday playing a game which may or may not rhyme with Lionel Blantasy, Blacktix, the Bleeble Splonicles, something like that. And then on Saturday, I've got some more tabletop stuff happening. I do want to let everyone know that on Sunday, we will have a return of By the Dice Roll, continuing with Ghosts of Saltmarsh. It's been a little while as we've been trying to get scheduling accommodated for some of the players, but we're going to be doing that on Sunday, and it is going to be happening from 2 to 5 p.m. Eastern, and it looks like it's going to be happening here on GOG still. So I hope you will join us for that with the rest of the crew. We're going to be doing that usually once a month on a Sunday, and so we are looking forward to continuing with Ghosts of Saltmarsh. So I hope you will join us for that. And then obviously I'll be back next Tuesday with either the absolute finale of Expeditions or this other game that I'm going to be playing for a session or two before moving on to whatever I play next. And I have not totally figured out what that's going to be, but we will see. Anyway, let me turn on that and say hi to everyone. And listen, all of you are far too cynical, okay? You just make these assumptions. You're just sort of like, well, look, like probably it's not going to be any kind of it. You think positively. Look, this dragon is holding a D20. Okay, that shows you that clearly we are near the end. We are near the conclusion. Okay, that's clearly what's going to happen. So have faith, have hope, and all that kind of good stuff. But no, it is good to see you folks. I was in Canada over the weekend for a conference. It was a really good conference. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, let's switch over and get ourselves rolling here. I have updated everything, although there wasn't much of this to update. Actually, Black Geyser got updated with something. And there was something else that got updated. Talisman got updated as well. So I could be a professional Expeditions Rome speedrun. Yeah, right. My next step is going to be Expeditions Rome speedrun. That'll be great for the incredibly robust Expeditions Rome speedrun community consisting of one person. But anyway, hold on. I got to plug in my phone. Okay. We are in the heading into the final chapter here, which is we've won the Gaul campaign. We did win the Gaul campaign, and so now we have a decision to make. And we will see what that decision is. I have reliably been told that this is the shortest chapter by a good way. So I have been told that. Ba, 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 ba. Right after this is over, I have so much work. I can't even tell you. I'm just buried in work. But right before I start the work, my son has really gotten into escape rooms. So he has designed an escape room for me in a room in which I have been forbidden to enter. So even though I have some Halloween decorations I wanted to put out, I have to wait until we do the escape room. And then I have all this grading and a whole bunch of writing things and a whole bunch of other things to do. But it's very funny. So I'm expecting at some point he's going to come up and be like, Daddy, you ready for the escape room? He's like very, very excited for it. So I will tell you whether I escape from the escape room. Okay, so we've decided upon a course of action. Let's talk to everybody and see what they have to say. Bestia.
We should move.
Let's see. I think we should sit down and plan. The next few days may very well determine our fates.
Ask yourself, what is my enemy doing right now? He who is on the offensive always has the advantage.
You are wrong. It's easier to defend an area if you're prepared. Remember all the sieges we've been through.
To prepare for a defense, you must start defending early. I am not wrong.
What would you do in my place?
I am not in your place, and for that I am happy.
Humor me. This is no different than imagining yourself in your enemy's place.
You are not my enemy. Lurko is. If I was Lurko, I would try to kill you now. He has everything to lose if he does not.
Thank you for nothing, Bestia. You always were dependable. Let's see, all of you will suffer because of me.
Then we shall suffer, but it will not be due to your actions. I am no simple service. We chose to follow you, whether we like it or not. A man carves his own destiny. If I shall suffer as a result, so be it.
I've always been a fan of Bestia. You always were a dependable companion.
I am a free man. I do not follow. Our paths simply aligned. That is why I was there.
In that case, I thank the gods who aligned our paths.
In my experience, the gods of this land are not to be trusted.
Jeez, I keep trying to give Bestia a compliment. He's like, shut up, man. All right, what about you, Cineros?
Domine?
Lend me your wisdom one last time, old friend. I'm about to make a really important decision.
Your frustration is natural, but I think the personal stakes involved cloud your mind. Surely you have solved more difficult riddles in your life.
Right.
Know that we've done all we can. It is time to cast the die and see how it lands.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Bestia would be like, take over. And I'm like, do we have enough evidence to condemn Lurko permanently?
I am no advocate, but when it comes to evidence, I doubt we can get more or better.
For better or worse, we should go ahead, shouldn't we?
Most certainly. Taking any action is better than doing nothing. You should know this by now.
What if they find you guilty of murdering Roman officials as well? They might execute you.
I have lived a full and bountiful life. This old man has witnessed so many things. Certainly, there are some unresolved questions in my mind, but isn't life a series of unresolved questions anyway?
There's a chance I might perish. I want you to take care of my family.
Young man, I've been taking care of your family since long before you were born. Now focus on the task ahead and make sure they never need me again.
Also love Cineros. You've served me well, but I can't order you to certain death. Your service no longer. I release you.
If you think I've been following you because I'm your service, you're still a child in mind. I've been free for a long time now.
All right, that's good. Let's see. Okay, Daenerys, this should go well. Whatever. She's gonna be like, take over now.
Why do we not just march whole legion into Rome and push Lurko off throne?
The Senate of Rome has no throne.
It has special chair for man in charge, does it not? Call it what you will.
Sending my legion into Rome would start a civil war.
I am not bloodthirsty. I hope you know this by now. But when it is necessary to fight, you must fight. Rome is not as I had hoped, before I saw it with my own eyes. There is so much squalor and suffering. In Wild, it is possible for man to have dignity, even in poverty. In city, this is not so.
It's not my place to decide the fate of Rome. Patricians have squandered the responsibility of his rulership. Time to remind the Senate they serve the people of Rome. Big Oliver Cromwell, this parliament has not done the job energy here. Dissent has weakened Rome for too long. Using our legion to seize control might bring order again, or it'll end the Republic. Rome is divided. Crossing the Rubicon with our legion might tear her apart forever.
Change is nothing to be feared. Sometimes it brings improvement. Sometimes destruction. But status quo is so destructive already.
I don't know about that.
Anyway, I don't think I will stay here after we are done. It's time for me to face my past and move on.
What do you think, Yulia?
This is a bad idea.
We do possess the evidence necessary to condemn Lurko and his family forever.
Last time I saw Lurko, he was angry, but he was not in a panic. There's another trick up his sleeve. I'm certain of it.
Maybe, but we're out of options.
There is always a way. The years I've spent with you taught me that over and over again.
You think they'll accuse us of murder?
It's what I would do. Lurko is a dangerous foe because he knows exactly when to lie and when to tell the truth. He will tell the Senate that we have murdered his entire Praetorian Guard. You know that's not a lie.
Death is a punishment for treason.
I am no politician, but as far as I can tell, the difference between a patriot and a traitor is rather blurry in the Senate.
You know, no one would be able to stop us if we just took over the Senate itself.
People will still be able to oppose you. And this time you'll have to kill a lot of people, not just those who deserve it.
Maybe not.
I wouldn't count on that. The world is full of foolish people.
Thank you for always being by my side.
Promised Lucullus I'd watch your back. So I did. There is no need to thank me.
That's the only reason why. See you on the other side. And I imagine Queso's going to be all about let's go do it.
We are at the end now.
That's what scares me. What do you think will happen?
I think we have enough evidence to get that bastard exiled forever. We will stride into the Pomerium as civilians once more, with pride in our eyes.
What if the Senate doesn't find the evidence compelling?
That is not an option. We'll need to make sure everyone understands what happened. We cannot count on the facts to speak for themselves.
I mean, so it sounds like she's also saying we need to, well, she does not think we should take over, but she also doesn't seem to be like, oh, we'll just figure it out with the Senate. We've killed Roman Praetorians. Do you really think the Senate will forgive us?
They will certainly take some convincing. It is unfortunate that we had to kill a few Praetorians. But let us not forget the fact that they were criminals.
Maybe we should just march into the Senate and make them listen to us.
What do you mean? Walk into Rome with swords in our hands? That would make us look like villains.
How do we look like? Just one thing I've learned over the years, conflicts remembered by the word of the victor.
Indeed. That whole mess with Lucia taught me that. So then the question is what you prefer. The truth or what's written?
The truth, but this has been
It's
interesting.
been a pleasure, genuinely. You always stood by my side, even if it was against your own interests. I will never forget that.
All right, so basically Bestia thinks we take over. Cineros, I assume, would say... Cineros doesn't really seem to say much about it, but I assume Cineros would want us to work within the system. Queso wants us to work within the system, so that's those two. Daenerys thinks that we should just take over because we have to fight, so she's with Bestia. That's not a surprise. And then Yulia is the one that I don't really know. I mean, like, so basically so Bestia and Daenerys are go take over. Queso and Cineros are like work within the system. And then Yulia's kind of like, whatever you do, it's going to be really screwy, I guess. Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing for me here is that even though I haven't yet, the thing for me here that's difficult is you played it both ways. The thing that's hard here for me is that I know that Lurko is going to screw me over. I know that it's going to be very difficult. My worry is that I'm going to go into the Senate and they're going to be like, yeah, you suck. And then it's going to be like, I don't want the options to be between I win the game, but at the cost of basically becoming an emperor, which is really bad for Rome, we know historically, or not doing that and going into the place and then having them be like, I don't know. I feel like the way that I've played this and my inclination is to try to keep Rome as a republic and not an empire. Just the fact that I'm going to be a good emperor is not really relevant, right? The issue is not a good dictator. Still a dictator. And we also, I mean, I am struggling a bit to keep out of my mind what we know happened historically within Rome as a republic. But I'm not looking forward to, I am going to say this, a flawed republic, but still a republic, exactly. And that's the thing. If we go in there and I continue to get hammered by, everybody, being like, well, you suck and all that, that's going to be unfortunate, but I think this is the right thing to do.
Shall we store your weapons at the villa, as usual?
What if I refrain from doing that?
What do you mean? You can't enter Rome with your legion. It's simply not done. If you decide to do this, you'll be a villain. No one will be able to stop you.
I was just checking.
I will. I followed you everywhere. Done everything you asked of me. And by Jupiter, everyone in this legion knows I will follow you to the darkest depths of Tartarus if needs be. But this is where I draw the line. I shall not be your partner in crime if you intend to attack the very fabric of our society. Rome is a republic of its people. The consequences of your actions will revert centuries of progress. I refuse to be a part of that.
Wouldn't Vitellius Lurco do the same?
How should I know? I am not witty
Yeah, I
and
know.
virtuous as easy. What reveals one's character is what you do when it's not. Trust me.
It seems you have reached a decision. Very well. For a
Right.
I don't want, okay, no. I want to reload that. I was just curious is that they went way too far with that. I want to reload that and do it where I just say I'm coming in, which is what I was going to do anyway, but Act 4 Roma. Yes, Res Publica. Whatever. Can I? Hello? Please get me past this thing. Skip.
You can't
Okay. Load. Let's do that again. All right. Very, very nervous about this whole thing. So I wonder if Queso actually abandons you at that point.
Shall we store your weapons at the villa, as usual?
By all means, do that, Vitus. My next battle will be in the Senate.
Are you sure? What makes you think you can win a battle of words against Lurco?
What other choice do we have? It's not like we can simply force him to confess.
Why not? Just place a dagger at his throat. Had the intended effect on everyone I've ever tried it on.
He can confess all of his secrets to you in private. It means nothing unless he does that in front of the Senate. And you cannot force him to do that.
And why not?
You're speaking of carrying out a coordinated assault on Rome and the Senate. It is no small task.
The difficulty of the task is irrelevant. We would need to cross the Rubicon with our arms and soldiers to achieve this. It would be a betrayal of Rome herself.
So let us betray her. Haha. No, you're right. I couldn't accept that.
Then let us stop considering it.
So that means we're taking our chances with the Senate.
It's the only right thing to do.
Fine by me. I believe in you all.
It seems you have reached a decision.
From this point on, Rome is mine. Let us disband the Legion, Vitus. I have to get ready to present our evidence.
Very well. For a moment I had my doubts about you. For that I apologize.
You should.
Right. Let's go celebrate that we all made it back alive. First round is on me.
Act 4, Roma, Res Publica.
You can't defend yourself on an empty stomach. Eat up.
My belly will burst if I eat more.
A wise choice, Domine. Too much food induces sleep, too.
Now that you're back from another war, what do you want to do next?
We're not done yet. Lurko is still consul.
Precisely. We can't afford to underestimate our opponent at this stage.
Wise words, Cineros. We should be careful indeed.
Kikero and I will meet you in the Senate tomorrow morning to prepare for the trial.
Okay.
Speak as if your life depends on it. In many ways, it may.
Thanks, man. Thanks for your help. As was expected of you, you've laid down your weapons and disbanded your legion, entering Rome once more as a civilian. The task now set before you is to convince the Senate of Vitellius Lurko's crimes and that your killing of his praetorians was justified and necessary. Okay. All right. Well, let's talk to a few people.
You look concerned.
What if I lose? What will happen to you then?
Children should never have to worry about their parents. Worry only about yourself. I'll be fine.
We're so close to avenging my father's death.
That monster tore my family apart. Killed my husband and my dearest friend. I just hope they make him suffer.
Cineros is getting old. Maybe we should
That is
release
a
him after the
lovely
trial.
thought, dear. But I'm not sure what he will do if he's no longer our Servus.
That's up to him, I guess.
Perhaps he does not want to be a citizen.
Why don't you let him decide that? Will you be there at the Senate for the trial?
I don't think so, dear. Somebody needs to run the house, and I need to prepare a feast for our guests.
What feast?
The grand feast we will have when you triumph in front of the Senate.
Take care of yourself, Mom.
You look concerned.
What's on your mind?
Do you think we will succeed?
Your cause is just, and I believe we can convince the Senate. However, our opponent is devious. That worries me.
What do you think Lurko will do when he loses?
I worry that he will not obey the will of the Senate if the result fails to be in his favor. Will you obey the Senate if you lose?
The Senate sides with Lurko. They're as corrupt as he is.
Perhaps. But you cannot be the judge of that.
Is it even possible to win a trial against a sitting consul?
If it were not, our republic would be doomed. Those with the greatest power must be under the most exacting scrutiny.
Really?
But
Those
to
with the
answer the
greatest
question
power
in the
must be under
spirit
the
I
most
think it was
exacting
asked,
scrutiny, huh?
We have Kikero on our side, the second consul. This sort of situation is precisely why there are two.
I'll see you at the Senate.
It is a good day, my friend.
Any particular reason for your cheerful demeanor?
I've been thinking. You've done the right thing by not crossing the Rubicon with the Legion.
I was tempted, but a good friend of mine brought me back to my senses.
It's the right choice. You'll see.
Where's Callida and the rest of the guard?
Callida was a bit preoccupied. She's concerned about Corvinus. You know that sneaky bastard is still unaccounted for.
What if the Senate favors Lurko?
They won't. The Senate is a virtuous and wise institution. They'll see the truth of the matter.
Oh man, I don't know. Do you think Kikero's help will be enough?
Kikero is probably the best advocate in the Republic, and he's the consul. But what do I know? I'm just a soldier.
Trust your brothers in arms. Besides, Cato is as much a soldier as any of us.
I hope you're right.
Wale, my friend.
What's on your mind?
It is a good day, my friend.
You should get some rest. Tomorrow's trial will require you to have your wits about you.
You're well versed in politics. Be honest now, do you think we will win?
Those who try to predict the future will only make a laughing stock of themselves. Those who are prepared for all eventualities win in the end.
So in other words, you're not going to tell me. I just wanted to tell you how glad I am to have you by my side.
It was not only my duty, but my pleasure as well. Your father made me promise to take care of you, no matter what. Looking at you now, I can only feel pride. I just wish your father were alive to see these days.
What will you do after all of this is done?
I've been through much, but I have to admit, these days I feel old. I think I want to see my homeland again. To tell you the truth, I feel like I'm ready to die. It would be nice to see Halicarnassos again first.
Of course, I'll personally accompany you.
Thank you. You should get some rest.
Can I do that? Yeah. Here we all are. Talking about things. I think I pretty much got all this stuff here already. Ooh. That's slick. Okay. Looks like I might have enough to replenish all of this. At least all of the spears. All right. That's cool. Okay. What is that, I wonder? Don't have any weapons, but I can certainly find some things that are in the, well, they're weapon adjacent. Let's put it that way. Okay. Arv, heading to the center. Here we go.
We will have order in the Senate now! Debating the clarity of the augury will not be productive. The consul himself stands accused. Nothing could be of higher importance. Any other relationes shall be set aside. The result of this relatio again shall be decided per discretionem, and before the sun sets. You may continue, consul, but please, refrain from delving deeper into matters completely unrelated to our discussion.
Naturally. May I restate the necessity of using my actual title, Dictator, instead of Consul?
But you're not dictator anymore, are you?
Do you even know what Dictator in Perpetuo means?
The legatus has a point. Your title was granted for a limited time in order to solve a crisis. Even though the time has not passed, we can certainly say the crisis exists no more.
I beg to differ. The crisis has evidently not passed. It has merely changed context. Allow my colleague Senator Antonius to display with clarity how unprecedented and absurd this relatio is.
Dear Senators, first let us consider the source and the spirit of the regulation that allows us to appoint a consul to the position of dictator.
It all began, one seemingly interminable speech later, and furthermore, and so on.
And yet, despite all this, we somehow ended up here accusing the very man who was tasked with the prevention of this crisis.
Thank you, Senator, for this detailed and above all long explanation of something we all knew. Our memories have been thoroughly refreshed. If that will be all, we will finally discuss the evidence presented against the consul. Let us consider the preponderance of indications suggesting your involvement in the Mithridates affair years ago. At the time, you claimed to have no knowledge of your brother's corrupt and treasonous activities. But it is clear now that this wasn't entirely accurate.
I do not like what you're insinuating. My brother died for his crimes, if you remember. Do you mean to say that he was wrongly accused?
I do believe he was guilty. That doesn't necessarily mean you were innocent.
By your logic, anyone can be guilty of anything.
The Legatus has a point. We're not talking about some stranger. This evidence implicates your family, and you were never proven innocent. Do you have a counter-witness, Dictator?
I am the most important counter-witness here. Let me tell you my side of the story.
What? Get the hell out of here. And then also, I did stupid stuff with other things. Few hours.
You cannot connect my activities to that war. In fact, it is fair to say my alleged relationship with Mithridates was only in the service of Rome.
Somehow, fair wasn't the word that came to mind. Shall we perhaps talk about the infamous invasion of Egypt?
Infamous is the correct word for it. The Legatus ignited a war in a land that was already a province of Rome.
Fascinating.
He brought chaos and terror to Africa. The following unlawful invasion of Egypt caused the extinction of the Ptolemaic dynasty, all in service of unrealistic political ambitions.
What plunged Africa into chaos was the murder of proconsul Licinius Lucullus.
That was certainly a tragedy. But the Senate knows that was Ptolemy's doing. Indeed, that was the justification for declaring war in the first place.
I don't think either of you has any evidence to back these claims.
This has happened before, Senators. The
I guess I
selfish
screwed
enemies of
that
our
up. God
people
damn it.
Supporting our foes by undermining honorable people like Vitellius Lorco. I will recount the story for the benefit of the Senate.
I might have to go back and redo that.
Must you?
A few hours later. I hope they started at 6 a.m.
Once again, this was a completely unnecessary digression.
Once more, I must direct your attention to the utter lack of credible witnesses. Neither this legendary ledger nor the fictional accountant who wrote it are anywhere to be seen.
Then explain your presence in Alexandria at the time of the battle. Why would Ptolemy, who at the time was waging war against Rome, be on friendly terms with you?
I was trying to clean up the diplomatic mess created by your legatus.
I serve Rome. I am no one's legatus.
Interesting how you just tried to cast the legatus as a foe. He was, of course, serving Rome at the time. And his campaign was declared bellum justum et pium by the Fetiales. Let us end by discussing the recent campaign against the barbarians of Gallia. You did kill members of the dictator's Praetorian Guard, didn't you, Legate?
So, I can't say the first one because they're not going to care about me trying to protect some random dude in Gaul. The self-defense thing is possible, but they may say, well, no one knows. Lurco and his men hired Gallic warriors I don't have enough evidence of, so I've got to go with this.
Pray tell, Why would my Praetorian Guard attack you?
Indeed, why would one Praetorian Guard attack another? Enlighten us, Dictator.
Is that for me to answer? He should answer first.
I see.
I see Senator Antonius has something to add.
Oh, right. I thank you for this opportunity to talk about the history of foreign leaders being represented at the Senate.
Oh my God.
First of all...
A few hours later. Another hour-long lecture. Unreal, man.
Once again, thank you for your detailed explanation of
It's
this
now dark.
important issue, Senator. Shall we finally proceed to decide now?
We certainly shall not. The sun has set and a decision was not reached. I believe this relatio is to be declared undecided.
Decided that this
Dictator
cannot be.
Lurko is correct, Legate. A decision, but in light of the overwhelming and damning evidence against the Dictator, I believe this relatio deserves a proper decision. We reconvene tomorrow at sunrise for the final decision. This shall give the Dictator a fair chance to defend himself. One final time. This session is at an end.
Let's wait until everyone has left, so we can talk to Kikoro in private.
So that feels like it went pretty well? Question mark?
I admit, I was rooting for you. But you really did defend your case excellently. Tomorrow's hearing will be a formality. You've pretty much won.
What you're doing is quite admirable. I did not expect anything less, but
true.
it still warrants praise.
That worries me,
A
Triffid.
lesser person might have been tempted to use their legion against Rome. However, I want to be certain that you understand the gravity of what you've done. You have murdered the Praetorian Guard of a sitting consul. There may yet be consequences.
Their deaths were unfortunate but necessary. I hope the Senate will understand.
The Senate is made of men. It is as moral as the people who inhabit the building.
I think the risks themselves are irrelevant at this point. The Senate has been convinced of Lurko's guilt.
Despite his futile stalling, you've made it clear to everyone that Ortelius Lurko's war in Gallia was nothing but a power grab.
He wants to abolish the Republic and call himself Emperor Lurko.
It serves no purpose to speculate about his motivations. All that matters is that the Senate has been convinced.
I worry about what Lurko might do at the time. If only we could finally prove that he killed my father in Lucullus.
It's best to refrain from mentioning these accusations unless we can prove them. Compared to the level of treason implied, the murder of 2 Romans seems trivial. Should he repeat his accusations of murder, it is my hope to use precisely this argument to shield you from them.
Perhaps a greater number of witnesses is needed?
The consistency of their testimonies is more important than their numbers.
It's true,
The
Major.
Senate has the right to stop listening to witnesses if their opinion is already formed. I believe it has been, and it is strongly in our favor.
What do you have there?
Food for the Legatus and his friends.
Poison, poison, poison,
Let
poison,
me have a
poison,
taste.
poison, poison, poison.
It's for the Domini only.
Poison, poison,
My
poison.
Dominus does not eat anything until I've tasted it.
Well, all right then.
Delicious.
Poisoned.
That's odd. I haven't ordered any food to be brought here.
There is no eating in the Senate.
Cineros, spit it out.
Oh, excuse me. I feel dizzy all of a
It's
sudden.
obvious.
There is an odd taste to this food.
Sit down if you feel unwell.
I can't breathe.
Called it. Damn it. Cineros.
The food was poisoned. Where did that sower go?
Seen this before. It's poison made from bay leaf.
Stay with him. I'll get help.
Armed men have entered the forum.
We brought your weapons.
Called it.
Old man. He's dead. Lurko. I shall skin your back and lay you on salt. I shall feed your cock to street dogs.
Jesus.
Marlon. Grieve later, Bestia. They're here.
Yeah, this was obvious that this is what we're looking for. We lost Cineros. I would never. I would have been like, why are you doing that? Like, never, ever, ever.
Alan, he's still alive.
Yep.
Make sure no one escapes.
Okay. Oh, come on, dude. Okay.
Come on, know when to quit.
Okay. Your boy has picked up, I think, Marathon, if I'm not mistaken. Means he could just keep moving. Shield is broken. Your shield is broken. It's annoying. All right. Anyway, it's okay. Shield wall. Okay, good. Take that.
should give up now.
17 critical. I love it. Okay, it's a pretty good opening turn, I would say. Okay. Yeah, I figured that was happening. Ow.
I don't have time for this. Deal with them.
God damn it, Corvinus. What the hell, dude?
This is it! Just one more!
Persuaded. Wow, he was like, that's it. Let's give up. Let's not give up.
Corvinus, that honorless piece of shit! He got away.
Your mother is alone. We must hurry. Knowing Corvinus, he will either go there next, or he'll send someone for her.
Cineros, is he?
He's dead.
Rest well, old friend. I'll never forget your loyalty.
I'm sorry. He was a good man. My friend. Your mother.
You must be careful. It's probably a trap.
Meet us in the Regia when your family is safe. Our dear Pontifex, Maximus Aurelius Cotta, will be good to have on our side.
We have basically already won. This attack represents a clear legal victory.
Jesus, dude. I mean,
Marcus, this is not the time.
Seriously. Man, we lost Cineros. Hashtag never forget. Can I put on my armor now? I have Isil's bow. Okay. Doubles the effect of the Frighten skill, which I don't care that much about. Okay. Okay, and then he's got his unique items here. That's good. %20 chance to be refunded. Oh, right. That's that. Yeah. Yeah. Nope. I need better armor than that. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay, let's get the... I know I have a full Pylum 3, so let's get that in there. Those are maxed out. Okay. I have another Pylum 3 somewhere. Yep. Okay. Okay. Man, poor Cineros. I saw it. I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you... Okay, heading to the villa. All right, here we go. I'm looking forward to getting rid of Corvinus. And, of course, Lurko.
Short arrows. The guards were attacked from afar. We may be too late.
They killed everyone. The villa is burning!
How many are they?
Most of them already left. There are still 4 in the garden.
Where's my mother?
She sought shelter in the study, just like last time.
Have you seen Vitellius Lurko?
The consul himself? Certainly not.
Clean yourself up. We'll take care of this.
Should I inform the authorities?
Run to the Senate. It's safe now. Kikoro and Kato are there. You must tell them what Lurko has done.
I shall run as fast as my legs will take me.
Okay. Make sure my mother is safe. Yeah, well. Hang on, I hear the movement of a cat. No, you don't want to be here? Alright, okay, alright. My cat was like, no. I want to go back to what I was doing. Which is looking at this thing that got moved out of the craft room downstairs. Alright. Right, okay, here we go. Looking to see if there's anything else I might have missed. Look like it though.
What a sight. How long do you think it'll take to burn down?
It'll burn long into the night.
Hang on,
That's
hang on.
for sure.
Should we be worried about it spreading to the adjacent buildings?
Nah, that's not our problem. I'm more concerned about the proprietor showing up to put out the fire.
That posh prick already lies dead on the Senate floor.
Sherbert is an awesome cat, but he is a curious fellow. Extremely curious cat. Okay. The only blood that stains the Senate floor is that of your friends. Get away from that door. Inflict upon you death far more painful than this. I wish I could do that. Stand down, thug. On whose orders are you carrying out this search?
On the orders of Consul Vivius Vitellius Lurko. You are all under arrest.
Indeed. What are we accused of?
You're accused of murder and treason. Your sentence is death.
Since when do mere lictors have the power to sentence a Roman citizen to death?
Do not make this more difficult than it needs to be.
I know you're... oh, don't worry. This won't be difficult for me at all. Dang. Whoa.
We really caught those thugs off guard.
Yeah, we
If they
did.
expected mercy, they should not have started fire here.
Your
That's
mother is
steadily
trapped in
increasing.
there. We have to get her out.
Use the water from the fountain to douse the flames.
Everyone, fill your water jugs from the fountain. We have to keep those flames at bay.
Okay. "30 hexes must be put out." Okay. "27 hexes must be put out." Okay. "20 hexes. We'll get another jug while I have it. Working on it. Working on it. Wait, why did it just say 52 hexes? Really? Maybe I'm doing this wrong and I need to be not... Maybe this is not what I need to be doing, possibly. Hey, what's up, Pino? Yeah, this may not work. Because I thought I had a real shot at it, and all of a sudden it's like, nope. I'm like, wait, what? That's a good question. I don't have enough experience with Commandos to say. It's definitely got some XCOM elements to it. I think the game is excellent. Like, I am extremely impressed with the game in every respect, honestly. And the story-based stuff is great. There's a lot more than just the combat as well, so... 70 hexes. So highly recommend.
Oh, thank Juno. Please, get me out of here.
It looks intense. Yeah, well, this is... So you know, I have picked this up towards the end. I mean, or you're coming to this at the end. Like, this is very much towards the end of the game. So, you know, there's a lot that goes on in this game, quite honestly. So, highly recommend. Okay. Okay. Can't quite get there. Yeah, definitely. I would definitely recommend it. If you type in game in the chat, there is a link that you can get to the GOG version of this, which will throw in a couple extra bucks my way, but will not cost you anything extra. I don't think it's on sale right now. I think it's going for about $44.99. It's honestly very much worth that. Like, I'm going to end up finishing it around 80 hours, I think, and it's been great in every respect. There's a sort of micro strategy mode like this. There's a sort of more macro strategy mode as well, that's outside of this in terms of like larger tactical questions and stuff like that. It's very, very good. Okay. Okay. Yes, but I think they're doing another one though, or somebody is doing another one that I heard was made from a lot of the previous ones that we had that were pretty good. Okay. All right. Yeah, I think the chances of actually getting these all put out are very slim. So okay, we used one water jug of our own.
Everyone's dead. They had no mercy. They butchered the Serwi.
You all right, Mother? Is that your blood?
Oh, I am bleeding.
You need help. Get her to a physician.
Can you testify in front of the Senate?
Of course I can. Everyone must hear about what happened here today.
They were here to kill you.
Did you think they struck her by accident in passing?
Kalada. Perhaps they were trying to incapacitate her. Or maybe they were merely incompetent.
I think Lurko really is trying to eliminate every single person who can expose him.
He's keeping us on the defensive. We need to regroup and strike back.
Let's not lose valuable time. We need to find an apothecary for Mother.
Strike two birds with one stone and take her to the Regia. Cato and Cicero are waiting for you there, and the Vestal Virgins can treat Claudiana.
It's gotten intense, people. Lurko's trying to take over. Mm-hmm. Oh, jeez. Really? Save. No, I want to... What? This one. Arv. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Something's working.
You are alive.
We are safe indeed, but barely. They went after my family.
Of course he would. The coward. I'm so glad your family is safe now.
I could not believe my ears when Kato told me about Yorko's betrayal. This shall not go unpunished.
Do we think we have enough evidence to condemn him now?
You will need to come up with a very good reason for doing this.
I'd like to see him try.
Let's make sure my mother remains safe.
I shall keep her in the temple. No harm will come to her. You have my word. I know we haven't always seen eye to eye, but this is a matter of family and friendship.
It was Corvinus Lurko's lapdog. Sadly, he escaped.
What if he comes back for us? I don't believe anyone close to you is safe.
Don't worry, if something happens to you, I'll break every single bone in his body. Corvinus is slippery but persistent. By the will of the gods, we'll be ready for him.
Your faith is inspiring.
We need to seize the initiative. Corvinus can't be too far away. As long as he's in the wind, we can't be safe.
Kalida can find him.
Maybe, but it'll take some time, and we don't have much to spare.
I know where he is.
Maybe I can ask some of my friends in the Senate. Lyurko must have allies, and perhaps some of them know a few things.
Highly unlikely. Chances are not even Lyurko knows where that man is.
I know where he is.
It's the second time he said
Valkyrie
it.
might reveal his location.
Talk to
Will
Bestia.
we set a chicken loose in the streets of Rome and hope that it guides us to him? Hardly.
I know where he is.
All right, calm down, Bestia. Where is he then?
He is at Campus Martius, hiding with a group of gladiators he has hired. We can go there and get him.
Are you certain?
These are men I have fought beside in the arena, who looked up to me once. I am certain.
What if it's a trap?
What if it is? Do we have a choice?
Let us go, but keep in mind I want him alive.
He killed my Magister. I will make no promises.
I mean, can't blame you there. Corvinus in the field of Mars and apprehend him. Gotta stop Corvinus. And then I go after that bastard Lurko. That's right, I said it. Say it again. Okay, here we go. Time to deal with these guys.
Lucius Erucius Corvinus. We're here. Come out and play.
The entire ensemble is here. I guess you're ready for the final act. I have to admit, I'm impressed. I did not expect you to be able to find this place.
Gladiators. Let's see. Bestino Campus Martius Inside Out.
This isn't the first time I've underestimated that Balatro.
You'll pay for killing Cineros.
Taking out the old man wasn't my intention. He died in your stead. If anything, I'd say you killed him.
How is it that you continue to survive?
Lurko has said that very same thing about you on many occasions.
Gladiators. By aiding this man, you're making yourself accomplice to murder, corruption, and treason. Do you believe a man such as he will work to have you exonerated? Of course not. He will leave you to take the fall. What good will his denarii do you when you're strangled to death for his crimes?
Pay no heed to his words. We work for the consul himself. Vitellius Lurko will ensure that no punishment of any kind will befall us.
We will tear that weasel limb from limb. Then there will be no one to protect you.
Warriors got to play.
I remember you, Tabat. We fought lions together in the arena.
Bestia Tabat. Now, no amount of denarii will make me fight you.
Yeah.
You're on your own, Corvinus.
Yeah, suck it, Corvinus. Ha-ha. Oh, I want to check something. Wait, I want to check something first. I made one. I think I may have not added a skill properly because I feel like I got the marathon thing for Bestia, which means that Bestia basically can keep running until he stops. Yep, I didn't put it right. Let's see. This one. There we go. Movement is unlimited till the character stops moving. Okay. Good. That's what I wanted to make sure. All right, we already know about this.
I'm impressed. Taking out the old man. Pay no heed. We will
I remember you, Tabat. Bestia Tabat. You're on your own.
Nice. Okay. Good. That was what I wanted to make sure about. Thank you, gentlemen, for leaving. I'm going to have him run directly up. It's going to be fun. It's going to be good times. This is going to be a good time. All right, here we go. The hell was that? Suddenly he's camouflaged? Okay. That was fun. Okay, let's see. Thanks, Nonstop. He's not there. Thank you, Nonstop. 106 months. My goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my. One, two, it is many, many months. 106 months is crazy.
Strike my shield all you want. That's why I brought it.
And shield walled. Well, damage. Critical damage. Nine damage. Okay. Looking pretty good, looking pretty good. Okay, mass taunt. Oh, I can't mass taunt? Oh, man. Okay, rallied. That's where you went, huh, bro?
You left yourself wide open.
That's right, I shook off burning. This jackass go. Okay. Okay. Nice. Okay. Let's see. Come on. There you go. Still no, huh? Oh, wait. I forgot that guy was there. Could take care of you. 22 critical. Dude. This guy is...
One more left. Can someone get this for me?
Okay. Where did this guy go? Can I, like, taunt him? I don't know. I'm hoping. I've used all my ranging shots, too. All right, well... The heck is that? Okay, just in case. Spotted, dodged. Ha ha! Suck it, Corwetus! That's what we call Overwatch! Ha ha! Let's go. He's like, I got it. I'm like, no, you don't. Well, plow! Jackass. Boom.
I will skin your face and drink from your skull.
Sounds good.
Charming notion, but improbable. May I propose a different option?
There are no options. You will die now.
Or we can be sensible about this and keep him alive. He probably knows a lot about Lordco's plans. Besides, Corwinus is a capable and smart warrior. He'd be useful to us.
Patience, Bess. You can do whatever you want to him after we question him.
That is not acceptable.
Question him just in case.
Finally, we can stop watching our backs. Corwinus, you are under arrest for the attempted murder of this man and the actual murder of his Service. You're coming with us.
I was hoping to interrogate him right here. Why do we have to bring him back to the villa? That was pretty sweet. The turning around, him being like, I got it. I'm like, no, you don't. No, you don't got it, actually. You very much don't got it. Oh, no, he's vanished again. They all have. Ah, no. Okay. Anything else? Okay. Ooh, look at that health. Maximum resistance. Health movement. Yeah, it's better. What about that? Oh yeah, the character cannot be injured. That's right. Which is a good one. All right, that is none left. Let's see, we got out of throwing knives, which is unfortunate. So we're going to go with that, since I want something as a tactical item that I can use. Another Pelham 3. I think I have another one of those. Yes, I do. I'm glad I refreshed all those earlier. Wish she had another one of these, but she does not. So we're going to have to go with that. Okay. Let's do it. Alrighty. Oh, sorry. I did actually turn on the lights for this area, but my office here, but there we go. Okay. Here we go. Questioning him at the villa. And he better not have escaped and killed my whole party and being like, oh, whoops, sorry, we had no idea. He was like so powerful, no one could have predicted. The next day. The next day. That's promising that he's still there. Also, I'm going to do this, because I might be able to replenish some of these things. Whoops, nope. Nope. No, what was the thing? No, it wasn't that. It was this thing. Let me go there. Just in case I don't get the opportunity. It was helpful to be able to get those replenished. So let's do that again. Have to pay for it, but... Okay, out of linen. Very nice. This is what I like to see. Okay. That's fine. Even without those materials, I'm in a lot better space than I would be otherwise. Where am I throwing knives at? Okay, put that back with you. Okay. And these people should all be up to normal. And for you, not that, we're going to do that. Great. All right, good timing. So, save. All right, Queso.
Corvinus is inside.
You think he's ready to talk?
His attitude has become quite a bit more cooperative overnight. He will talk if he survives, meaning if we can restrain Bestia.
He was quite fond of Cineros, as we all were.
We all have different ways of dealing with grief. I've sent him away. He's probably drowning his sorrows in wine now.
Any word from Lurko?
The consul has announced that he wants to question this criminal himself, so I expect him to send some of his lictors our way. We are prepared for them.
Attack is most probable. Stay alert.
Always.
Let's go in. I'm not sure we can make him talk, but at least Kalida speaks his language.
She was supposed to be here. I don't know what she's doing. At once.
Everything is silent.
It's too quiet. I don't like
He
it.
whimpers like a wounded dog. But silence is in the air.
Is that fresh blood on him? What happened? I'd get him away from the window so they try not to assassinate him.
He tried to lick me.
His tongue is still attached, right?
His tongue is, but not all his teeth.
You think they'll try to save him?
He is not worth saving.
Makes you say that.
He is caught.
Think he deserves to
He
die?
is evil. Does not matter if he dies. He deserves eternal torment.
I'll talk
Fine.
to him now. All right, Corvinus.
Well, here we go again. You want to try your hand at torturing me as well?
It's not my intention. I just want to ask you some questions.
And if I don't want to answer?
Then you will
I
die.
doubt that. Ask then. Let's get this over with.
How long have you been working for Lurko?
For too long. He hired me back when he assumed control of Weeksy.
Were you working for Felix Adrianus back then?
Of course not. Weeksy existed in one form or another for hundreds of years. Felix is only the latest of its commanders. I'm no fanatic, though. He merely hired me as a contingency.
I get the impression you're not the most loyal of Lurko's servants.
I am loyal to my contract. Besides, all of his loyal guards are dead, thanks to you. If I have to choose between loyalty and death, I don't have to ponder my options for long.
Would you work for me if I pay you more than Lurko?
It's not just money. Lurko is a very intelligent man, and I respect that. He plans ahead, and he rarely leaves things to chance.
I've noticed that. I wonder what he's planning this time.
I honestly don't know. He is very good at keeping information contained. I only know what I need to know.
You tried to kill me.
Not out of any personal animosity. With Marcellus and his useless brutes gone, it was up to me to finish the job.
But why? This will only make his punishment more severe. Why risk it?
You asked the right question. He still has many allies in high places. Why would he risk it indeed?
Is it Coda?
My job was simply to get rid of you. The consul obviously hoped you'd get yourself killed in Gallia. I guess this was his contingency plan. You of all people should know that warfare is about positioning.
Yeah.
Once you can cover any possible move your foe might make, victory is a natural outcome.
Yeah.
Merely by trying to win from such a position, your enemy defeats himself.
Lurko has not defeated me, he's only made me angry.
Anger won't serve you well against this man. Look, I'm getting bored of this. We both know you're not going to kill me, and I've told you all I know. Frankly, none of this is any use to you. For all I know, me getting caught is part of Lurko's plan. So, hand me over to the authorities and let me face charges.
What makes you think I won't kill you?
Because that would be illegal, and you would have defeated yourself.
Only if anyone finds out, no one ever will. You're right, I won't sink to Lurko's level. I'll see to it that you're judged together with him.
It will never come to that.
Nera, lock him up in the wine cellar, then meet me at the Regia.
No problem. See you soon.
That means actually lock him up, not get killed yourself or kill him. Okay, we all clear on that point? Daenerys? You know? Glad that the villa is not completely burned down. That would be unfortunate. Okay. Reggie on my wayward son.
Did he talk?
I think he's still hiding something, but at least he's out of the picture now.
That is comforting. I'm glad we have him.
What do we do now?
The Senate is still in doubt when the trial resumes. This will settle it. By attacking my family, Lurko has implicated himself.
This is so unlike him. Usually he has a plan.
Probably he still does
Wonder
have
if
a
the whole
plan.
Corvinus business was
Thank
a
you, Mr. Vallow.
distraction. Distraction from what?
Corvinus would be a good witness if we need it. You must know a lot about Lurko's schemes.
That could be a benefit of all this, but if you couldn't make him talk...
His presence alone ought to unnerve the consul.
Not a bad idea at all. The pressure on Lurko is mounting. Every man has a breaking point.
Lurko's certainly doomed, but what if he runs?
I took precautions. The consul of Rome cannot leave the city unnoticed.
None of my Praetorian guards have arrived. They were supposed to meet me here.
I thought they'd be with you. I haven't seen any of your companions since yesterday.
That worries
Come
me.
to think of it, Kato wanted to meet us here too. But he's late.
Yeah, he took out all of them. Where's Kato?
He should be here any moment now. Don't worry. Kato is a smart man who knows how to handle a gladius.
There he is.
Your Praetorian Guard is captured in front of the Senate. We must hurry.
What? How?
It seems he has them arrested for a number of crimes.
Can he do that?
He is still dictator. He can do whatever he wants.
I fear there is nothing we can do to stop him within the bounds of the law.
What are they doing in front of the Senate?
Political theater. He has gathered a crowd and he's calling you out. You must be very careful. The lives of your friends are at stake.
Is there nothing to be done?
I'll try to gather some Praetores. This is blatantly illegal, but I guess he's finally given up all pretense.
He is desperate. Be very careful. Desperate men do stupid things. I'll come with you to witness the situation.
Keep him occupied until I can bring help. Don't antagonize him.
I will come with you as well. The Vestal Virgins will look after your mother.
So I have to confront Lurko. I don't like that at all. None of that's good. That all seems bad. Very, very bad. Save. Friends, Romans, countrymen. I come to bury Lurko, not to praise him. Yeah, I know. I'm worried.
Traitor to the Republic! Murderer of Romans! Enemy of the people! I have had your co-conspirators arrested, and they are patiently waiting for their moment of execution. But my own patience is wearing thin. I know villains like you do not have a sense of honor or virtue. Nevertheless, I know you were at least born Roman. If you have a speck of honor left, confess and surrender.
Consul, what are you doing? You can't publicly execute people without trial. Our laws forbid such despotism.
As dictator, prescription is well within my rights. The people of Rome saw fit to grant me that power. Who are you to question the wisdom of the people?
I am Ravanius Achilles Arv, and you are dictator no more. Stand down and let the Senate resolve this.
As long as Rome remains in crisis, I shall remain dictator. Your traitor friends are rightfully apprehended. If you want them, you'll have to go through me.
The Senate gave you the title so you can resolve the conflict with Gallia. It's resolved now.
It clearly isn't. You are still alive, aren't you?
In one twisted way, do you think I'm the person who's responsible for this war?
You always worked against me. when the only thing I wanted was to build a strong Rome. Just like your father, you are envious of what I will achieve.
I'm trying to avoid saying anything that's going to send him over the edge, so I'm not going to do Delusional Madman. I'm not going to do Stole My Destiny. A strong Rome. Do you realize how many Romans died just because you wanted to be king? Is that your idea of a strong Rome? Yeah, I know. Well, Brutus, but that's the thing, right, Mirinda, is that Brutus was never an operator. Cassius was much more in that regard than Brutus was. Like,
Great works are built on bloodshed. Sacrifices must be made.
Then make your sacrifice yourself, coward.
Unless your intention is to bore me to death, I would like to start executing these criminals.
This is horseshit. Those people are heroes. They've done nothing wrong. Let them go!
You have lost your control, Lurko. Look at the faces of these people, your fellow citizens. They're afraid.
Only criminals and traitors should be afraid of me.
They're afraid of what you have turned the Republic into. That fear will turn into anger the moment anyone decides to stand up and protect the Republic.
You're a good tactician. Consider your position now. Your prisoners are the only advantage you possess. But they're only valuable while they're still alive. The Legatus can wait until you turn yourself into a murderer.
Or we can simply kill you and save them all. Then you will have achieved nothing here.
You wouldn't do that. You're men of law and order.
I shall grant you your death wish if it's the only way to save my friends.
Your loyalty is admirable.
Death shall come to all. You can only save someone temporarily.
Ugh. I am disgusted even to be at your mercy. Cut me loose, coward, and I will show you why they call me Deianira.
Don't do it, my friend. If you strike him down now, you'll give him legitimate cause to kill you. We are not worth that sacrifice.
If he kills you, what happens to your family?
You shall take care of them, and they can be proud of
Enough! Make your decision.
No.
What are you doing? You're giving up the high ground.
Don't listen to Kikero. The lives of your friends.
Well, I don't understand why that's the only, like, maybe he's the tactician then at that point and he does the tactician thing. I don't know. He's desperate though.
Traitor to the Republic! I
Yeah,
have
we
had
already
an
saw
oath in
this.
Consul. As dictator, prescription as long as Rome remains in crisis. It clearly isn't. You always worked against great work.
Then make...
Unless you're... This is what they've done.
You have
only...
They're afraid
you're a good...
Or we can...
You wouldn't do that. You're men of law and order.
You still fail to think like a warrior. Your foe is in front of you. Strike him down and be done with it.
It's all right. I'm already half dead. You'd be doing me a favor.
Don't let me die like this! At hands of this pathetic man! You've done much for me, but I don't owe you my life.
I've shed blood in the name of Rome since the day I was born, and today shall be no different. Let him execute us, if that's what it takes to save the Republic.
I need you by my side. Don't sacrifice yourself for nothing.
It's not for nothing. It's for everything.
Enough! Make your decision.
Do what you feel, what you must, Lurko. I will not be baited by you.
As you wish. Who shall we take first?
Get it over with. Take me first. Then at least I won't have to listen to your drivel any longer.
I can't let you do that. He loves you. Your death would break his heart. Take me instead, Lurko. I have nothing to lose save my honor, and that you can never take from me.
Don't do it! This isn't justice!
I decide what is just. Execute him.
Queso, no! Oh, man. You bastard.
You piece of shit, Lurko! Kaizo had done nothing wrong. He was a good man.
A traitor to the Republic has been brought to justice. I truly wonder what you will do now.
You're a monster.
I'm a man of my word.
You have killed Roman citizens in front of numerous witnesses. You're finished.
Witnesses? Who's going to hold me responsible? I am dictator in perpetuo.
Your final and gravest mistake was to think you could get away with anything, but to all things there is a limit. The power of a consul rests on public support. Well, look around you. Thanks to your impatience and your desperation to escape justice, you seem to have lost that support.
This is sick! It's an atrocity! What's next? Will you have Pompeius executed too?
Calm yourselves! People of Rome, I am you. Don't you understand? A firm hand is what the Republic needs!
Despot! Tyrant! Down with him! Get him!
No kings.
Get me out of here! Just get me out!
You're on your own, consul.
Nice.
Livius
No
Vitellius Lurco,
kings.
You're not going anywhere. Throw yourself at the mercy of the Senate.
You can't do this. You don't have the authority. Don't you dare.
That is a style of rhetorics I can get behind.
Had to do that.
We won. My friend, you did it.
Res Publica. That I was going to do, not the tie your hands behind you. No. If only real world acted like fiction did. Well, Rome could have gone in a different direction, you know. Theoretically.
I'm sure you have a lot to talk about. It is good to see you up and about, though. You look better.
I'm just trying to take things slow now.
Such things are natural. You've been tested physically and mentally. Furthermore, you've triumphed over your opponent.
What will happen to him?
He has been stripped of his title and office.
Small consolation to Kaizo's family.
A meaningful death is more than any soldier can hope for.
Lurco will certainly be exiled, or even executed. The Senate doesn't have a high opinion of traitors. Obviously, you will have to testify.
What for?
There were accusations on both sides.
Hey, Raging
the
Male.
Senate must hear your side of the story.
If you will forgive me for bringing this up, I believe this will be good for your political career.
What political career? I'm a soldier. I intend to retire.
That is for you to decide, of course. But you should know that politics is just war under a different name. As far as the Senate is concerned, you are a tragic hero who brought a corrupt consul to justice. Regardless of what happens to Lurco, Rome will need a new consul. And I can't think of a better candidate.
Cato is right. Both the Optimates and the Populares already support you. If you run for Senate, the election will result in a landslide win.
See, I don't think he's got the option to be left alone. I think that's a false choice. I think after everything that I've been through, I think that I'm not going to be left alone. And so the question is, what do I do about it? And the Senate is the best option to do it. At the point that I decided not to become an emperor, that was when I had that decision to be made. It's decided then. With your help, I shall be elected Quaestor and one day consul. I'll try to be a good servant of the people of Rome and make sure everyone remembers those who have given their lives for this.
I have no doubts.
The victory is bittersweet. I wonder if I could have saved my friends.
You did save them. Those who remain alive have you to thank for it. This chapter ends, and another chapter begins. Fortuna alone knows what the future holds.
There are elements of it, Mayo, but... Oop, achievement unlocked.
So ends the abridged history
Tire
of
to your
one of
farm
the most
remain active.
beloved consuls of the Republic of Rome.
I'll say more in a
It is thanks
minute.
to him and his efforts to thwart the corruption and ambition of Vitellius Lurco that Rome remains a proud republic to this day. With his allies in the Senate, he worked tirelessly to address the problems that had plagued the Republic since its birth. Though many among the people of Rome lamented what they saw as a lost opportunity to challenge the status quo, the strengthening of democracy greatly improved life throughout the provinces of Rome. In time, the savior of the Republic took his well-deserved place in history among such heroes as Cincinnatus or Scipio Africanus. Cinyros. Once he had been an athlete, a wrestler, and a troublemaker.
Poor
But
Cinyros.
in our story, he was a servus, a protector, and a mentor.
Aw, wow.
He had died diligently performing the task to which he had devoted himself, protecting his ward. Cinyros was given
At a cost,
tomb
yeah.
in Rome's finest cemetery, next to his old dominus, whose death had incited this story. His cowardly murder had robbed him of any opportunity to see
Yeah,
his
poor
homeland again.
Cinyros.
Though he met his end with dignity, he was forever denied the forgiveness and the vindication that he had sought for the mistakes of his youth.
Yeah, poor Cinyros.
Caeso had always known that his would be a bloody, violent end, but he could not have foreseen the singular importance his death would play in saving the Republic he had always served. Never has a common soldier been named as a hero of the Republic, and have that honor ring quite so true. His funeral was attended by hundreds of men who had served beneath or beside him, most of whom, in one way or another, owed him their lives. Perhaps all this was small consolation to his daughter, who had to grow up without a father. But at least she and her mother were well cared for by all the people who were proud to have called Caeso, Quinctius, Aquilinus their friend.
Yeah, poor Caeso, but it feels like he
Callida's
died doing what he
second
wanted
marriage
to.
turned out considerably better than her first.
Yeah, it did.
With her beloved husband committed to letting her live her best life, she was happy to settle down by his side, supporting him in his endeavors as he supported her.
Yeah, Julia.
Callida was happy to find that it was possible to be a wife and a mother without giving up the things she loved. She taught their children archery and horseback riding, and nobody
Not hitting
ever
anything.
again looked down on her for her unwomanly pursuits.
That's good.
Bestia stayed in Rome and remained close friends with his old companions, going out of his way to stay in touch with them all, no matter the distance that separated them. He returned to the arena, but no longer as a gladiator. His new vocation was to teach Pancration, inspired by the story of his old magister Cinyros.
Oh, cool.
Though it brought him little wealth, there is no doubt it made him happy. As soon as things had quieted down, Bestia traveled to Africa once more to look for his sister. He did find her and bring her home.
Wow.
And she lived happily there for the rest of her life. Once everything had settled down, Deianira returned to her homelands in Scythia, where she reconnected with her family. She brought some of them with her back to Rome, where they settled into a life of luxury. Though they would never feel quite at home in the city, they found that it was much easier to be outsiders together than alone. Deianira always remained loyal to her friends. Claudiana lived for many more years. She had many friends in Rome, and her life was peaceful and comfortable until her final days. On her deathbed, she revealed that she had once been very close indeed with Lucullus, and that indeed the true family name of her children was Licinius.
What? That was my father?
Cato remained an important figure in
Damn.
Roman politics, grudgingly respected even by those among the population who desired change. He remained a defender
Wow.
of the patrician class, a shield against the pandering and opportunism of more
Wow.
populist voices. He himself was elected consul twice throughout his life, and his years in the position were generally favorably regarded. Cicero served one more year as consul before his retirement. In his old days, he lived a quiet life on a farm in Sicily, where he was greatly beloved by the people for his time as quaestor. He continued to write many books on politics and law.
Yeah, he did.
Defeated once more by Rome, Mithridates escaped to the lands north of the Black Sea in the hope that he could raise a new army. But the locals soon rebelled against his rule.
Yeah, suck it, Mithridates.
Incapable of taking his own life by poison, in the end, Mithridates died by the sword of his bodyguard. With Zenobia in charge of Musia, it became once more a peaceful part of the Roman province of Asia Minor, With her focus on trade and strong ties to
Hadn't
the
thought about
neighboring
Zenobia for a
regions,
while. It's
her
interesting they go
people
through all this.
enjoyed a period of great prosperity. Grateful for the mercy he had been shown, and no longer with Mithridates to tempt his greed, Damianos quickly resumed political leadership of Thracia. Here, the gladiator rebellion that had started in his school was threatening to spiral out of control. Thanks to Damianos, the gladiators were pacified quickly, and without inordinate bloodshed. With the death of the Pharaoh Ptolemy and Queen Cleopatra, the Ptolemaic dynasty had fallen. With Rome finally at peace and under strong leadership, Egypt simply became another province ruled by a succession of proconsuls who cared more about lining their own pockets than improving the lives of Egyptians.
Well, that's not great.
Over the years, several attempts were made to claw back self-governance for Egypt, but time and again, Rome struck down all dissent.
Not great, but this was Rome after all.
With the death of Cleopatra, and under the steady guidance of Lunya, Mesamenes once more became a peaceful and prosperous part of Africa Proconsularis, firmly aligned with Rome. As the eldest and most respected elder of the Berber tribes, Lunya became a singular figure of leadership and respect in the region.
Nice, Lunya.
She was said to be more than 100 years old when she died. After traveling all across Africa for many years, going wherever her instincts took her, Raya eventually returned to Memphis and to the service of Tenet.
She was walking in Memphis.
When her mentor passed away, Raya naturally assumed the mantle as High Priestess of the Cat Goddess.
Naturally.
Though the old faith was dwindling, she was greatly beloved by many, and her temple prospered, always home to many, many, many cats. With Diwydiachus once more assuming rulership of the Aedui, the tribe maintained a strong alliance with Rome, and through it, they greatly prospered. With the aid of the Aedui, Gallia slowly unified under Roman rule, and civilization soon began to creep into those lands in the form of paved roads, aqueducts, and fortified Roman towns. In his old age, did the Druid ever regret hastening the absorption and suppression of his own faith and culture? We will never know. The once proud and strong Arwerni were greatly reduced by the defeat of Vercingetorix, but his survival gave them hope. His will to make war upon Rome had been crushed, but he remained a strong figure of leadership among his people, even despite his failures. With his guidance, the tribes of Gallia remained unified and somewhat at peace.
Okay.
And vestiges of their culture and traditions survived their gradual subjugation under Rome.
Okay.
In this work, I have done my best to recount the history of this fascinating period, truthfully and accurately. As I have scoured the sources and spoken to many who claimed to have heard the story from someone who was there at the time, one thing that has stood out to me is the pivotal moments along the way where our story could have turned out very differently.
Replay value.
In his darkest moods, the savior of Rome must have wondered if there was anything he could have done differently to save his friends.
Yeah.
Perhaps if he had struck down Vitellius Lurco on that stage, or if he had gone so far as to bring his legion across the Rubicon, none of his companions would have had to die. But for those of us left to live in a peaceful and strong republic, what transpired seems like the best possible outcome. Our republic was saved, and the villain, Vitellius Lurco, was brought to justice. One should always take care when second-guessing historical figures with the benefit of hindsight. Here in the present, there will never truly be a way for you to know how you might have acted if you had lived in the past.
Yeah.
Nor can you ever be certain how history will remember you.
Achievement unlocked. Yay! Finish the game on medium difficulty or higher, Julius Caesar. Man, what a great game. What an absolutely great game. I think there was only one mission that I really got frustrated by. Absolutely great. And thank you to Prince Justin for suggesting it. This is a 9 out of 10 for me. the game, I think, is brilliantly executed. It is good in its micro tactical strategy, which was kind of my favorite part of the strategy portion of the game. The macro strategy of taking over different things with sort of mass battles was really interesting. Being able to upgrade your own sort of camp and facility was really interesting. There's a bunch of really cool side quests. The characters are memorable. I really liked all of the characters. I felt like my choices mattered and that they made a difference, and I was getting a chance to do different things. The voice acting was awesome. The game did not crash once. It was just very stable. Just absolutely exceptional from the word go. Really, really good. And I think, again, it's going to end up being close to like 80 hours that I played. I really feel, thank you everybody. Russell Crowe, exactly. The sequel will have Russell Crowe exactly nonstop. I feel as if, I am obviously very sad about Cineros. I'm very sad about Queso. Of them, I feel like Queso I feel the least sad for, only because I feel like he died the way he wanted to. Like he was, he didn't die like with his family, which sucks, but he was executed saving Rome in the way that he felt comfortable doing it, and that's good. I'm sad that Cineros died with poison, and that was the only thing a little bit I'm like, come on, man. Like, that's obviously, there's the potential for poison, but just very, I think was pretty solid graphically. The strategy was on point all the way through. If I had wanted to, I could have done a lot more with crafting. I didn't want to, so, but very, very good. And I highly recommend this. Again, you saw there were many decisions that you could make that were different. Even in that last chapter, you could decide to go across, to cross the Rubicon. I never really felt like that was something I was going to do because I know actual history and I know what happened to Rome. And I would have preferred if Rome had stayed a peaceful republic. And it's interesting to think of what sacrifices might have been made to make that happen. I was thinking about Yoda a little bit, right? Like, if you go now, save them you could, but you would destroy all for which they have fought and suffered, and so there is an element of that there too. I don't know. I thought it was interesting. I also liked the fact that I could knock him on his ass at the end. That was nice. So, yeah, really, really good stuff. I played the first Expeditions game, which was Expeditions Conquistadors, about maybe a quarter of the way through, but it kind of lost my interest. I liked it. There were some good elements to it, but it just did not put everything together in the same way. The second one, which I think is Vikings, I keep forgetting if Vikings is the one that's coming up, or I think Vikings is the one that's the second one. I've heard good things about it. I haven't played it. But this was just super well done. And I'm sorry, it feels like it sort of checks off a lot of boxes for a lot of people. I mean, look, the graphics of the characters movement aren't absolutely spectacular, but they're very, very good. And again, no crashes, no glitches. The music was very good. The sounds were very good. And also, on top of everything else, really an excellent story. A really excellent story. A believable story that fits into the larger history of what we know from the classical period of Rome. Absolutely, top stuff. Really, really good stuff. Yeah, I really liked it. And again, I thought all the voice acting was really on point. Of course, in the time-honored tradition of making every Roman be apparently British. But having said that, I thought they just did very, very well. Bradley Taylor played a bunch of things. Let's see. Charlotte East. Chris Pavlo played a bunch of people. Wow, he sure did. Christos Lawton. Okay. Tacitus, the narrator. Daphne Alexander played Zenobia. Relia Cotta. Coates played Tullius Cicero, which I keep wanting to say Cicero. Felix Hadrianus. It was cool to get to meet Cato and Cicero as well. David Boyle, the violent Praetorian. Rick, Stearman Murtaugh. Phanos Xenophos. Let's see. I'm waiting to see some of the other, Helen Keeley was Claudiana. All right, but I want to see kind of the major people here. Ambiorix, Marcellus. Jack Ayres, Julius Caesar, Albinus. That's right. I forgot we meet Julius Caesar in this. Roman servant male. Licinus, Lucullus. He was good, by the way. Gillies is Lucullus. Lucullus is a good villain. Very good villain. Oh, sorry, not Lucullus. That's not who I meant. John Wickhart, Vitellius Lurco. That's what I meant. Good villain, Lurco. Very good villain. John Wickhart played him well. Scaevola. And I really, as I say, I liked the little arena side missions that were thrown in too. Really liked Carrot Bestia. I'd say my favorite NPC of my companions was possibly Bestia, who was great. There he is. But I also really liked Cineros. I mean, I liked all of them. Honestly. Like, I liked all the companions. None of them were ones that I was, like, frustrated by or annoyed by, or I was like, what is the point of you existing? They were all excellent. And a lot of twists and turns. I did not see the Lucullus that Lurko is your actual father. That I did not see coming. That was cool. I was like, oh, then that happened. Rosie Jones as the beloved Yulia. Scott Joseph as Queso. Shala Nix as Dianera. Stefan Cornicard as Cineros. He was really good. I love that VA too. It was really good. Timothy Watson, the Stoic Praetorian. Yep, excellent stuff. All right, chat. For those of you who have been watching this, I know Prince Justin, I probably have a guess, but where would you rate this, chat? Yeah, Raya played Raya and Zara Jane Nakiv played Raya and a giant cat, an Egyptian civilian female. I love that little cat side thing. How do people feel about this in chat? If you don't have to give it a number if you don't want to. I'm going to rate it a 9 out of 10 myself. How did you feel about watching it? What was it like? For people in chat, what was your final take on all of this? Special thanks to former employees. Wow. Thanks for nothing, you former employees. General helpfulness. Latin consultants, historical consulting, and general helpfulness. 94 out of 100. Yeah. It's real good, Prince Justin. It's really good. Speed Tech gives it a thumbs up. Oh, man. Great game. Really, really great game. Oh, we'll update that in a minute, but not now because I want to see what this came out to. So in the end, I finished up. Now, I don't know what Dizzy was doing, but in the end, I finished up with 77 hours and 25 minutes. So I ended up finishing about 18 hours behind Dizzy, and I don't know what the heck he was doing, a little under 18 hours, but all right. What do we have for the achievements in the end? So uncommon, 11.7%, Julius Caesar. But my rarest one was this, Quintius Cincinnatus, retire to your farm, remain active in Roman politics. I thought about retiring. I thought about retiring, but I thought, well, it seems like he'd do more of this. Chunky Game is right. Yep, you came, you saw, and you've conquered. Oh, yeah. Bunch of these other uncommons. Can I sort these by... And then there were these other ones. Sleep with Cleopatra postcoitum. And then there were 3 secret achievements that I didn't know about. Move 42 hexes or more in a single turn. I could have done that with Bestia in the end. Paterfamilias. Oh, you can marry Kato in this? Really? Interesting. An epic, fully break morale of more than 5 enemies in a single encounter, 1.5%. Legendary, 0.2% have completed this. Neil Per O's, complete an encounter while both starving and dehydrated. Interesting. Interesting. Epic, another one, 0.7. Finish the game on insane difficulty. Yeah, no thanks. Complete the game in Iron Man mode, 1 loss and you're out. Yeah, again, no thanks. 0.7. Complete matricide, like you what? Mariticide? I don't know. You can become the proconsul of Egypt, which is hard to do, but we have all of these. So my rarest one was this one, retire to your farm, remain active in Roman politics. So I bet a lot of people didn't get to the end of it then. Yep, excellent game. So thanks again to Prince Justin for the recommendation. 9 out of 10 for me. Very, very good. Definitely in the running for my game of the year. It's got some tough competition, but definitely in the running. That's good stuff. So, chat, I will say that I want to do this, and then I want to update God Galaxy. So, I'm happy with this ending. I'm sorry, obviously, about the loss of my friends in the game, but I feel like that's the best political. That is exactly what I would imagine in that way. Exactly. Yeah, various endings also. I was never going to march across the Rubicon, as I said. I was never going to, and I didn't realize. I mean, I guess I could have. I thought about killing Lurko, but see, the problem is, you kill Lurko in front of everybody, and then you just prove that like one strong man beat another, and the fact that you're the good strong man, in quotes, doesn't help but do anything, right? So there's that. So that's my feeling. Really enjoyed this though. Highly recommend it. Absolutely highly recommend the game. And so do agree like strongly that this is a game people should be willing to play. I liked it a lot. Okay. So we have completed Expeditions Rome, which is great. We did so before the end of October. And so the next game up for me, which I'm happy to announce now, is now I don't know if this is going to take, it'll probably take 2 sessions, 1 or 2 sessions, minimum of 1, maximum of 3. And the specific that I'm talking about is I am going to be playing, this was suggested to me, by the way, I'm going to be playing Neverwinter Nights 2. And you might say, well, you've already done stuff in Neverwinter Nights 2, but I'm not playing the main campaign. I am going to play The Third Sign. The Third Sign is my first novel, which came out all the way back. It was published in 2009. And there was a video game module of it made for Neverwinter Nights by a guy named Alex Hugan, who would go on to work at Westgate, I think not Westgate, at the people who did some of the later modules for Neverwinter Nights 2. He ended up doing like a 10-hour version of it. It really is just like the first part of The Third Sign, almost like a demo, you might say. And so he did that. And I am going to be playing it on stream. It is somewhere on the order of, I don't remember time-wise whether you can complete it in like 3 hours or whether it takes more like 9. So my guess would be, like I say, minimum of 1, maximum of 3. But you'll have the opportunity to see what it's like to actually play through a video game version of my novel. And by the way, The Third Sign is out of print because, again, came out in 2009. However, I have come into the possession of a set of Third Sign books. I found another 9 or 10 of those books, which I'm now in a position to either sell or give away. So I think what I'm going to do is that during my sessions of Third Sign, Neverwinter Nights Third Sign, I am going to give away 1 copy each of those sessions of that. Now, I need to double check and see whether or not there's any problem giving them away via GOG. If they are not able to do that, then I might have to bring people over to my channel at a later session to wink, wink, nudge, nudge, have you give me your information, if you know what I'm saying. But assuming it's okay, we're going to do a raffle drawing. So I will give out minimum of 1, maximum of 3 copies of that, which I will send to you. If you're like in Guam and it's going to cost $1 billion, we'll have to talk a little bit about shipping costs. But otherwise, I'll try to cover the shipping, and you'll be able to have a copy of The Third Sign, my first ever novel. And I thought that would be fun. And as I say, it was suggested to me that I do something like this in terms of playing that game. And I said, sure, sounds like a plan. So we're going to be doing that over the next couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks at most. And then that'll give me a chance to decide what sort of longer game I want to play after that. And I'm not sure. I have been thinking about a couple of possibilities, but I'm not 100% sure yet. But it's good to have a little bit of a palate cleanser, you might call it, before we move on to something else. Like, for example, there are a few other games that I have played as of late that I could possibly return to that are available on GOG. And I might, run through a couple of those, like do a couple of the sort of, games that I did a session of, but I want to do another session of and see if I can wrap up a couple of those. I might do a few of those before going back into another long form game. But I played this for many hours. I played this for many sessions. In fact, out of curiosity, I want to see how many sessions it took me to finish this, because I did start on my own channel. Let me see. And then I jumped over to GOG to be able to finish it. So if I look at my playlist. Okay. All right. So I started 8 months ago. My first broadcast of this, which again was based on a Prince Justin thing, was February 19th. So it took, let's see, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. So it took about 8 months. And it was right around, it was February 19th. So I would call that really 8 months. So it took 8 months to finish, playing, once or twice a month. No, more than that, 3 to 4 times a month, I should say. And it took me a grand total of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. It will end up having taken me 24 sessions to finish Expeditions Rome. So we came a long, long way to get through this game, but it was worth it. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. I would say there was only one section that frustrated me, and it was that last mission of the Gaul campaign, which in the end I ended up winning anyway, as it turned out. But that mission was annoying. That was the only, and I don't think was super well designed because it didn't explain well what you were supposed to do leading into it. So, so we'll see. But it was great. It was great. Really enjoyed this a lot. So again, thanks to Prince Justin. Thank you to all who watched me on the stream. And it's just time for 7 o'clock. So it actually worked out really well. So next week, Neverwinter Nights 2, The Third Sign. That will be either next week. So that'll be either just the 21st, just the 28th, or it'll be the 28th, the 4th, and then the 11th. And then we will do something else. As I say, I may do a couple of small short games, through the end of the year, or I might do, this with Neverwinter Nights 2, and then think about some other long form game that I'm going to play. So we will see. But I have enjoyed this thoroughly, and I hope you folks did as well. If you like what you saw and heard, I hope you will follow us here on GOGCOM's Twitch channel. I hope you will consider subscribing to us here on GOGCOM's Twitch channel. And I hope you will consider clicking through and checking out our channels because we have our own Patreons and subsystems and stuff like that available. Kilgore Trout will be joining you much later today with some more Dragon Age Origins. I will be back on my channel on Thursday night playing a game that rhymes with Blynel Blantasy Blackdicks. Bleeble Splonicles. So you might want to check that out with me. That game is that is going to be the big challenge game for this game for my game of the year. I'm telling you right now. There's a few I played that have been really excellent. This is up there, but that game is amazing. So we'll see. Going to be an interesting battle between them. But this is definitely top 5 without question. There's no doubt about that. So it's going to be awesome. And yes, so that's happening Thursday. And then on Saturday, I will be playing more of the my Eberron campaign, which is moving into its final stages with my Infinity and Beyond crew. That's for some tabletop D&D. And then on Sunday, we will be back to playing some By the Dice Roll, probably here on GOG. Playing a 3-hour session of Ghosts of Saltmarsh as we move into the final stages of that game as well. Otherwise, I'll see you back here next week for episode 492. And as a reminder, don't forget, everybody, that 493, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So December 23rd, if all goes well, will be episode 500 of Pen and Pixels. Wow. So that'll be happening in just a couple of months. Oh, I'm glad, Triffid. Well, I'm grateful to everyone who's watched me do it and gone through this. It was really interesting playing through this game. Really loved it a lot. So good stuff. Enjoyed it. It was awesome. Please make sure to follow us here on GOGCOM's channel. Please make sure to subscribe to us here on GOGCOM's Twitch channel, as I say, and please consider clicking through to our individual Patreons and subsystems, our own channels, because we have those Patreons and subsystems that you can support over there as well. If I don't see you on my channel, then I will see you next week for episode 492 of Pen and Pixels as we move on, finally done with Expeditions Rome, and we move on to Neverwinter Nights 2, The Third Sign, playing that adventure for a session or 2 or 3 before we move on to something else. Thank you, everyone. Much love to all of you. This was great. And I hope, if I can leave you with one last thing, the end of that makes there are a lot of difficult decisions that one has to make in the game at the end there, as you saw, and a lot of things I had to think through. But when I was saying the business about no kings, I did want to say that sometimes difficult decisions do have to be made. The question really is whether you're doing it from something which reflects your values, and you can have different values, but reflects your values, or something which reflects the expediency of the moment. And in the game, I was trying to do something which reflects those values. And I was trying to do something in my life. I've tried to do things in my life which reflect those values as well. I hope as we go forward that in some way this may have been a little inspirational to folks to be able to think about the way in which living your values also helps you to value your living. And I hope that that's something that'll stay with you folks in a way as it did for me as I was playing this game and was thinking a little bit about those things that are with me. And it is in that spirit, and as always, my hope for you for everything good, that I hope you have a wonderful week. Much love all, and Expeditions Rome complete. I'll see you folks soon. Until then, everyone, please be good to each other, and have a good night.
Searching though I don't know